like BSTQT is doing a little bit of scouting, and Avilo is looks like he's opting to expand, which may get seen by BSTQT's SCV, depending on if these Marines clear it out or not. But I don't know. It seems like a pretty standard game so far. Nothing.
Well, Avilo's got a Raven. BSTQT doesn't. That's a pretty big difference.
Well, that's for sure.
Avilo may rely on that vaunted defense drone. The energy level of the Raven is at 76 right now, so I think it's going to be when he arrives. I think when Avilo arrives, the defense drone won't be able to be used. But now he's backing off. A scan by BSTQT. BSTQT sees all of Avilo's army. He elects to siege into the ground with that tank. It's all about positioning at this point, people. Avilo is expanding. 34 SCVs and 2 bases for BSTQT. 31 SCVs and 1 base for Avilo. BSTQT controls 1 Zamaga watch. No, sorry. Avilo controls both watchtowers again. And that control will end right now. It's interesting how the stakes rise and players are willing to commit more and more resources to the watchtowers as the game continues forward. BSTQT with 3 barracks, 1 factory, 1 starport. Avilo with 1 barracks, 1 factory, 1 starport. So Avilo's got 2 very expensive flying units, a Banshee and a Raven. And despite the fact that Avilo does not own the watchtower, notice his scouts. He's got units in various strategic locations to keep control. And again, Avilo is going to go after that watchtower. Constant back and forth game by both of these players. Now if we take a look, Avilo is removing the reactor from the barracks, and the barracks will now have a tech lab added on. A Viking and a tank are on the way from Avilo. A second factory for the American. And I'm not sure, what is Avilo doing here?
Building, I don't know either, but it looks like he is going for the armory as he builds more factories. So it looks like we could see a Thor play, or even vehicle upgrade play, as BSTQT throws down another expansion. And BSTQT's upgrading his infantry, upgrading to combat shields as well as stim pack.
And that will be up soon, and BSTQT is going to get aggressive with all these Marines, tanks. The tanks, of course, have siege, and he's got 2 medevac dropships. And this is a fascinating... I'm not sure what Avilo is attempting to accomplish with all these units sitting here in the back of his base.
Maybe he thinks there's a dropship.
Could be. Maybe he's worried about dropship.
He's a little... paranoid. Yeah, paranoid. That's the word for it.
Yeah. Paranoid, I didn't learn the word paranoid until I was like 19. It's a really advanced word.
Oh, shut up.
In any event.
Just because I forget one word, dude. Shut up. Anyways.
So here we see the method to Avilo's madness.
That's right.
These tanks cut off this entire laneway.
And there was a point defense drone that was thrown down.
And that's something Avilo he really loves to use, those point defense drones. And we'll notice that BSTQT is laying down his 4th and 5th barracks. He also has got 2 factories, 1 starport. The 3rd base for BSTQT is up. Notice that all 3 bases for BSTQT are, in fact, orbital commands, maximizing his income. And the cat and mouse game of scanning continues. You get a good idea of what is on these players' minds when they do perform a scan. Avilo has completed his 3rd base. Right now, BSTQT is at 53 SCVs. Avilo's at 48. BSTQT has just began mining from 3 bases at this point. Both players' economies are virtually identical. MC Duffs, is this another hour-long game?
It looks like it, Jim. It looks like it for sure. As these 2 Terran take up and compose half the map with their stuff. We'll see what actually happens. We saw an elevator play go on by BSTQT, taking care of an SCV, and scouting for an extra expansion. Just as Avilo throws down his third expansion, BCQT has had his for a little while.
Look at these preemptive defense drones.
Oh,
Avilo
man.
puts down a defense drone with no fight. There's no fight going on, and he's laying down a defense drone as a precaution. Now, another. Oh, look at this. Avilo is right between. Oh no, it can be seen. It's within the watchtower range.
Yep.
Avilo has sent, and yet BCQT is not reacting at all. The tank. Let's go over the tank count. Right now, BCQT has got 9 tanks. Avilo only has. Well, Avilo has 12. So Avilo has a lead in the tank area. The vehicles for Avilo have no attack or armor upgrades. The vehicles for BCQT have no upgrades at all. And check this out.
Oh man, this drop trying to go through.
This is the first offense.
Did you do a lot of complaining when you were a kid? Says BCQT.
Oh, no. Did you do a lot of camping?
Oh, camping, sorry. Complaining.
What kind of question is that?
Well, they're joking about being base campers.
Yeah, because they're sitting they're sitting in their bases. There's nothing going on, man. There's just a bunch of macro.
And adding to the camping is the defense drone. Like there's no fight, and he's laying down a defense drone. In any event, you know what? It's all part of the game. It's all part of what makes StarCraft a great game. And you know, and folks, all you people out there watching Imbalance TV, when McDuffs can't tell the difference between the word complaining and camping, don't worry. Jim Raynor will be right there
to correct me. That's right, guys.
I can prove to you that I have passed my grade 6 reading comprehension level.
That's good. We're all really happy that you have, Jim.
Well,
right.
We're starting to question whether or not you have. In any event, Avilo has got 16 tanks. BCQT's got 9. I don't know what that means, but we got to keep scoring something. And it looks like BCQT is going to complete all of the missile turrets on this side of the map. And here comes Avilo. I'm not sure what this is going to accomplish, but he's going to do it. He's going to clear out this site here. All right, 72.
Oh man. The humanity.
I tell you, the wives and children of those Marines are not going to be very happy with Commander Avilo.
That's right, and that happened in a previous game as well.
10 families just lost their fathers and husbands. Look at this dude.
Seriously.
Here we go.
Jeez. And Avilo looks like Avilo's going to push up to the high yield.
Avilo wants to camp.
And he's actually building another command center, so he may actually land on that high yield and those SCVs go down. And
let's see what happens here. Oh, look at this. Talk about the ultimate in camping, folks.
Oh, man.
Oh, but amongst this army composition, Avilo does have one Banshee, and that Banshee will be able to take out these tanks. The other thing is, Avilo likes to use the Seeker missile, which can also take out these tanks as well.
And that is being researched right now by Avilo.
And let's see if Avilo's base, let's see if this command center dies. BCQT really wants a piece of it. Let's see Avilo react to it, and he will. And this command center...
It's in the red. It's at 300, 200, 50, 20. It blows up! Just as BCQT units die. This is crazy.
Okay. So right now, both players have got about 70 worker units. Both players are mining from 3 bases and attempting to get a 4th and 5th base.
And I just have an announcement real fast. The chat is back up, guys. The web chat is working once again. QuakeNet has fixed the error that happened with our channel, so please join the chat once again. It is working. There we go.
+1 attack for BCQT's vehicles. +2 attack for Avilo's vehicles. +1 armor upgrade for Avilo's vehicles. So Avilo's vehicles do have an advantage at this point in the match. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, look at all these 1, 2, 3 factories.
Are we going to see nukes again? Is this going to be like a series that I have to make Montage of Pains out of?
Well, I don't know. 3, you know what? This might even point out a flaw in the game, though.
Yeah.
3 factories in the main base, 3 starports. We see 2 other factories here for Avilo. So, I mean, we count right there 8 big-time buildings for Avilo that can crank out heavy-duty units. Avilo is getting after getting 5 command centers, he's getting command center number 6. He's probably going to float it and put it here. And Avilo's command centers are now put in place. Maybe Avilo. Oh, and look, the first gold standard, which we
That's
missed
right, we missed it. What is going on? Because it's such a big map and so many things going on in this map. Anyways, yes, guys, let's do a double because this is a gold standard. Look at all those mules. We have 7 mules sitting on this gold standard right now, just as this command center finishes up here, and we may see a secondary gold standard. So let's just do a couple of doubles for this game.
Now, I think that this ball of air units that Avilo has, these Ravens, just to get you an idea here, there are 7 Ravens in here.
With super missile ability.
That's right. They all have Hunter Seeker missile, and once they're at all 200 energy, the Hunter Seeker missiles themselves can take out a lot of stuff. And I think Avilo, when he takes the gold mineral area, is going to use those Hunter Seeker missiles to his advantage. Other than that, this is a total camp fest.
Yeah, it is.
You know, when Blizzard introduced this game, they talked about how, you know, all the offense, you know, Protoss could warp in units, and Zerg had the Nidus Worm, and all this stuff about how dynamic all the offense was. And Terran is supposed to be the most offensive race. So you knew they were going to... Oh, look at this. Hunter Seeker missiles, I think we're going to see them.
Point defense drones going down.
Yep.
And look at the way that BCQT has built his base. It's very organized and all in lines and stuff.
Great.
So it's you see what I mean though, with all the buildings,
and
then
absolutely.
over here we've got 5 barracks and 3 factories and 2 starports and
yep.
Yeah.
Some players came from the Command and Conquer world. We have other RTS players that came from Warcraft 3. BCQT may well have come from SimCity after watching the beauty of all these bases.
Right.
In any event, I don't know really what to say much of anything. Both players are at 200 and 200 units each. Or sorry, BCQT's at 196.
And it looks like BCQT's pushing forward. He's going to drop right on top here. There are siege tanks. He doesn't care. He's going in. And he's going to take out a Thor and those tanks and do some damage to this base. Are we going to see some Here comes some Seeker missiles. Oh, man. Oh, man. The carnage.
Now, the question is, while that's happening, is BCQT planning on some other kind of move? Like, I thought he might move forward with his tanks, but he's not.
He's not, dude. He's poking. And look, there's still a Marauder that's alive. In the smoke, there's one Marauder. And it's going to take out everything behind the smoke before Avilo even does anything about it. Oh, there it goes. Now it's dead. Now it's dead. Yeah, that was the hero Marauder. Jeez. What a game. And you know what? If BCQT wins this, we'll go into a third nail-biting match. Look at this, dude. This is insane.
How many? 1, 2. So I'm going to count the factories and the starports for BCQT. 3. Okay, so if we go to...